I freeze as the air grows thick with dust, my fingers grazing the hieroglyphs carved into the stone wall. The tomb smells of centuries-old decay, but something deeper bites at my gut. I hear voices, low, urgent. Mark's voice. Tanya's too. Once Evelyn translates the map, we'll leave her in the desert, Mark says. My heart stops. I can't breathe. I clutch the rolled parchment tighter. My map. All those hours of painstaking translation, worthless to them, worthless to him. I step closer, pressing myself against a cold pillar.
I can see them now.
Mark leans against the sarcophagus like he owns the place, his trousers unzipped. Tanya smirks at him, clearly in on the plan. I step back, gripping my chest. I can't believe this, I whisper to myself. Betrayal tastes bitter, like the metal in my mouth. Mark doesn't notice me yet. He's laughing low, triumphant. Desert sun won't be kind. Not with the sandstorms. I blink, my mind racing. I could run. I could scream.
But no.
I want to watch this unfold. I want to remember every detail. Tanya leans in closer. You really think she suspects nothing? She asks, her voice silky, dangerous. She won't, Mark says. She trusts me too much. And when she realizes too late, the words echo in my skull. My fingers tighten around my climbing rope. I take a deep breath and step forward. You think I wouldn't figure it out? I say, my voice shaking but loud enough to startle them. Mark jerks upright, eyes wide. Evelyn, what are you doing here? Watching, I snap. Watching you throw away everything we've worked for. Watching you plan my death. Tanya stiffens. Evelyn, it's not what it looks like. It looks exactly like it. I spit back. You're pathetic. Both of you. Mark swallows, his smug grin faltering. Look, I can explain. Explain? I laugh bitterly. You've been lying since the day we found that first map. Every smile, every word, lies. You're disgusting. The air grows tense. Dust motes float in the golden light streaming from the entrance. I take a step closer, daring him. You really think you can just cut me out? Kill me? You don't know who you're messing with. I say, my voice sharp. Mark's hand twitches toward my climbing rope. My stomach drops. I react before he does. My adrenaline surges, my body moving on instinct. Hands off. I yell, yanking the rope away from him. Tanya steps in, trying to block me. I shove her hard, and she stumbles, hitting the wall with a muffled curse. Mark lunges. I swing the rope like a whip, catching him across the chest. He grunts, surprised, stepping back. You won't get away with this, he says, voice low, dangerous. Not in this world. Not in the next. I laugh, a sharp, bitter sound. You're already gone, Mark. You just don't know it yet. I glance down at the sarcophagus. The hieroglyphs call to me, whisper secrets I'm only beginning to understand. My mind races. This tomb is more than a trap. It's an opportunity. I back away slowly, keeping my eyes on them, heart hammering. I have a plan now, and they won't see it coming. You're making a big mistake, Mark says, trying to sound confident. I smirk. The biggest mistake of your life, I reply. And then I disappear into the shadows, the map clutched tight against my chest, the taste of revenge already on my tongue. I step carefully onto the ledge, the rope under my hands taut. The shaft below yawns like a black mouth, swallowing every sound. My heart hammers, every muscle taut, but I keep my eyes on the descent. Evelyn. Mark calls from above. Too casual. Too fake. I tighten my grip. Almost there, I shout back. Tanya leans over the edge, smirking. Careful. Don't want you to ruin the fun. I ignore her. One foot, then another slowly inching down. Dust falls in clouds around me, coughing into the stale air. I glance up. Mark's shadow shifts. Something in his eyes flickers, calculation. Got it yet? He asks, voice deceptively calm. Almost, I answer, my voice steady, but I feel it. Something is wrong. The rope twitches. I freeze. Mark leans over, A casual movement, but my instincts scream.
He's not helping me.
He's waiting. Mark. I start, but it's too late. The rope snaps free from the ledge. My stomach drops. I grab it, panic clawing at me. But the knot is gone. He cut it. No. I scream. Fingers clawing, heart racing. I slip, my weight pulling against the rope, the shaft widening below me like the tomb itself wants me dead. Tanya leans closer, voice mocking. Goodbye, Evelyn. I swing hard, catching a rough stone outcrop. Pain shoots up my arm. My nails tear, my palms burn, but I hold on. Mark. You monster.
I yell.
He just laughs, stepping back. It's survival of the fittest, he says. You always knew this game was dangerous. I kick against the wall, searching anything to slow my fall. My rope is useless. My hands are bleeding. Dust in my mouth. I find a small ledge, scrape myself onto it, trembling. My legs dangle, muscle screaming. I drag myself up, ignoring the pain. Rage fuels me more than fear. You'll regret this. I growl, voice shaking. I swear it. Tanya sneers, sure. If anyone survives, it won't be you. I scan the shaft, looking for a way out. My hands find another rope, frayed but holding. I loop it around the jagged stone and start pulling myself up. Every movement hurts. Every second, they watch, thinking I'm finished. Mark steps closer, hand reaching for another tool. Give up, Evelyn. There's no winning here. I spit at him. Watch me. A sharp edge cuts into my palm, blood dripping. I don't stop. One arm, then the other. My legs scrape, knees bleeding, but I keep climbing. Enough. Mark yells, lunging. I kick him back with every ounce of strength I have left. He staggers, swearing. Finally, I reach the ledge. My body shakes, covered in dirt and blood. I pull myself up, collapse, gasping. Mark and Tanya glare at me. Fury, shock, disbelief mixing on their faces. You're not finished, he hisses. I stare at them, blood on my hands and tears in my eyes. I already am. You, on the other hand, you're the ones trapped in your own game. I stand, legs wobbling but determined. I step over the edge, away from them, clutching the map. Every scar, every cut, every heartbeat screams one thing. I'm alive. And I won't forgive. I jerk awake, sand in my hair, heat on my skin. The camp is quiet. My hands shake. My climbing rope lies coiled at my side. I check the map, still there. Alive, I whisper, tasting blood and dirt. I swing my legs over the side of the mattress, sit up, scanning the tents. Empty. I grab my water bottle, chug until my throat burns. Then my eyes catch it, a shadow moving near the supplies. I freeze. Who's there? I demand, voice sharp. A figure steps forward. Malik.
Our guide.
Calm, steady. Evelyn. You're okay. I narrow my eyes. You? Alone. I stay behind, he says. Thought you might need, his gaze flickers. A second chance. I rise. Every muscle tense. Second chance to what? Survive? Or to face them? He shrugs. Both. They think you're gone. That's our advantage. I pull on my boots, tighten my belt, map tucked into my jacket. Then we move.
Now.
We leave the tents, dust kicking under our feet. The desert stretches endless. I glance back at the camp, silent, empty.
Perfect.
Malik points ahead. The tomb entrance. Mark and Tanya will return there. We'll lead them into the trap you planned. I smirk, fists clenching. Good. Let them think they're smart. We move fast, crouching behind rocks. I spot Mark's jeep in the distance, dust trailing behind. Tanya leans out, laughing. I swallow my fear, sharpen my focus. Count to 3, I mutter. Malik nods. I slip forward, map in hand. I set the decoy rope at the entrance. Fake footprints, left intentionally sloppy. Mark and Tanya will notice. That's the bait. Ready. Malik whispers. Always. I glance at the sun. Shadows are long. Perfect for cover. We hide behind the crumbling wall. They approach, talking. Mark is confident. Tanya giggles. She's probably dead. Desert heat, remember? I bite my lip. Not today. I slip out, fast, quiet. I pull the lever I prepared earlier. A section of the floor shifts, sealing the entrance behind me. They step forward, too late. The trap closes with a metallic snap. Mark curses, pounding the stone. Tanya screams, rattled. I watch from a safe distance, adrenaline roaring through me. Malik whispers, they're trapped. I nod. Good. Let them scream. We move closer, careful. Dust fills the air as they kick at the trap, panic in their voices. Mark shouts threats. I smile. Rage tastes sweet. I kneel, tracing the hieroglyphs. Map in hand, artifact pouch secure. All of this mine. Malik leans down, whispers. I need to tell you something. I glance at him, eyebrow raised. Go on. I'm not just a guide. I'm with the government. Sent to stop Mark. But he hesitates. I've chosen to help you instead.
I stare.
Heart skips. You risked everything for me? He nods, eyes steady. We do this together. I trust you. I grin, feeling the power surge. Then let's finish this. Take the artifacts, leave the cheats where they belong. We move fast, sprinting toward the tomb. Wind whips my hair, sand burns my face. Every step feels like fire, every heartbeat screams revenge. I glance back at the sealed trap. Mark pounding, Tanya screaming. My lips curl into a smile. Game over, I mutter. Malik touches my arm. Not just over. One. I grip the artifact pouch tighter. The desert is ours. And I'm alive to see it. I crouch at the chamber threshold, sweat dripping into my eyes. Malik hands me the torch. I nod. No words. We move. Stone door half open. Dark inside. Mark's voice echoes from behind us, muffled by the sealed trap. Evelyn, you think this is funny, he shouts. I don't answer. I slide into the chamber, scanning the walls, counting the carved sun symbols. 3 left. 1 above the arch. I signal Malik. He pulls the rope. The slab behind us slides down halfway. I sprint forward. Tanya screams from the tunnel. Mark, something's moving. I grab the first lever, yank it down. A rumble shakes the floor. Dust explodes from the ceiling. Malik rushes past me, throwing his weight against the second lever. I drop to my knees, scraping sand away from the 3rd trigger stone. Faster, he snaps. I know. I shove my fingers into the crack and twist. The stone grinds, then clicks. The chamber doors slam shut behind Mark and Tanya. The echo booms like thunder. Mark pounds on the barrier. Open this. You're dead when I get out. I walk closer to the sealed wall and shout back. You're not getting out. Tanya's voice cracks. Evelyn, please, this isn't funny anymore. I press my palm against the stone.
Cold.
Solid.
Perfect.
Malik grabs my wrist. Authorities are coming. We move now. I nod once. We run. Through the back corridor, torchlight bouncing, shadows twisting like claws. I nearly slip on loose gravel. Malik catches me by the elbow. Careful, he says. I yank my arm free. Don't slow me down. We burst into the relic chamber. Gold glints everywhere. Small statues.
Scroll tubes.
I sweep everything into the artifact bag. Malik shoves open a side crate, revealing sealed evidence bags. Government seals. You had all this here? I say. He nods. Insurance. I zip the pouch. Then let's disappear. A scream echoes faintly through the stone. Tanya, again. I pause, heart hammering. Malik meets my eyes. They'll be found, he says. Alive. I nod slowly. Then I turn away. We sprint through the narrow escape tunnel. My lungs burn. Sand sprays with every step. Outside, the desert hits like a wall of fire. Our jeep waits behind the rock ridge. Malik throws the keys to me. Drive. I jump in, engine roaring to life. Tires rip the sand as we take off. Behind us, the tomb fades into dust. I slam the steering wheel, laughing breathlessly. It worked. Malik grips the door. You're terrifying. Good, I say. He studies me for a second, then speaks. There's more you should know.
Now.
I shout over the engine.
Yes.
I wasn't supposed to get attached. I glance at him. Attached to what? To you, he says quietly. I tighten my jaw. You were sent to catch Mark. And I did, he says. With you. Sirens echo in the distance.
Faint.
Approaching. They're coming, he adds. I slow slightly, pulling behind a dune ridge. You're really government? He pulls a badge from his jacket.
Real. Worn.
Official. I stare. So this whole time. I chose you, he interrupts. Not them. I look at him longer this time. Dust on his face. Cuts on his knuckles. Honest eyes. Then don't lie to me again, I say. He nods. Never. We drive until the sirens fade. Only wind. Only sand. I stop the Jeep, breathing hard. You saved me, I say. You saved yourself, he replies. I look back at the endless desert behind us, then forward into the unknown. Let's go, I say. And we disappear into the heat. We drive fast, sand whipping against the Jeep. Tires scream over rocks. I grip the wheel tight, knuckles white. Where now? I shout over the engine. Safe house, Malik says. We regroup, plan next moves. I nod, eyes on the horizon. Sun cuts like a blade. No mistakes. We hit a ridge. I slam the brakes. Dust clouds swirl behind. Wait. Malik looks back. Too close. Mark's not the forgiving type. They'll be tracking us, I reply, scanning the desert. I shift into 4x4. Jeep rattles over loose sand. Engine whining. Every bump shakes me. Here, Malik says. He points to a narrow canyon. I steer in. Walls close around us. Echoes bounce. Perfect cover. Tires dig into gravel. I floor it. Rocks scrape undercarriage. Engine roars. Jeep leaps over a fallen boulder. Almost there, Malik says. Keep going. Dust settles. Sun low. Safe house ahead. A derelict building, hidden behind dunes. I jump out, slam the door. Engine still running. Malik kicks sand away. Weapons, he asks. I pull my compact from under the seat. 2 magazines. Check. He nods. I brought extra ropes, tools. We're not unprepared. I pace. Heart racing. Mark and Tanya will be back. Stronger. Armed. Malik leans against the wall. We trap them. End this before they reach us again. Exactly. I grab map. Spread it over dusty crate. Tomb has multiple chambers. Old passages we didn't explore. We can lure them. He traces a route. This side passage, self-sealing chamber. They step in, no way out without help. Authorities find them looting. I grin. Perfect. And we get artifacts. He watches me. You've changed. Survived, I correct. And learned. We gear up. Backpacks heavy with supplies. Water.
Tools.
Extra torches. Rope. I check my pistol again. Timing. I ask. Nightfall. Dust cover. Heat hides tracks. I sling my bag. Then let's move. We leave safe house, stealthy, shadows low. Sand muffles footsteps. Wind howls around us. Every sound amplified. I spot tracks in sand fresh. I crouch. They're close. Malik scans. 2 sets. Jeeps? Could be scouts. I nod. Let's make them think we're somewhere else. I drag a decoy pouch behind rocks, leave footprints in loop. Malik smirks. Clever. We sprint to canyon mouth, hidden from sight. Sun dips. Red sky bleeds into night. I hear engines in the distance. Mark and Tanya. Panic sharpens every sense. Trap ready? I ask. Yes, Malik says. Chamber sealed. Just need them to bite. I check my pistol. One magazine. Grip tight. Adrenaline pumping. Then let's finish this. We move fast, silent, toward old tomb entrance. Sand crunches under boots. My chest burns. Mark's laugh carries over wind. Tanya's scream faint. She's dead, he says. I smile. Not today. We reach side passage. I pull lever. Door clicks. Dust falls.
Safe.
Ready. Malik whispers. Step back. Let them come. I crouch behind boulder, grip map, and weapon. Eyes sharp. Engines roar closer. Jeeps appear over dune. I signal Malik. They approach, thinking we're still in the open. I tighten finger on trigger. Heart hammers. Every second counts. Mark shouts orders. Tanya panics. I nod to Malik.
Now.
We pull ropes. Lever snaps. Doors slam behind them. Dust rises. Engines screech. Mark yells. Tanya screams. We don't wait. We slip through shadows, sprinting toward the chamber with artifacts. Desert night swallows us. Safe for now. Map and treasure secure. Revenge started. Endgame near. I drop to my knees at the tunnel mouth, fingers digging into the sand. Malik crouches beside me, pulling tools from his bag. They're inside. I whisper. Yes, he says. Shouting already. Mark's voice echoes down the passage. Evelyn, come out and face me. I ignore him and slide the metal pin into the floor groove. It clicks. I pull the lever halfway.
Hold, Malik says.
I freeze. Tanya screams from inside the chamber. Mark, something's moving. I yank the lever down. Stone grinds. The door shifts a few centimeters, then stops. Malik crawls past me, hammering a wedge into the crack. This keeps it from reopening. Mark pounds on the other side. You think this will stop me? I stand, brushing sand off my hands. It already has, I shout back. He roars something angry and kicks the door. The stone vibrates, but doesn't move. Malik checks his watch. Authorities will reach the perimeter in 20 minutes. Then let's make sure there's no exit, I say. We run down the side corridor. I skid to a stop at a carved wall panel. Here, I say. Malik pries the cover open. A narrow shaft drops straight down. Emergency crawlway, he says. They'll find it. Not if we collapse it. He nods, pulls a compact charge from his bag. I step back. 3, he says. 2. 1. A dull boom shakes the tunnel. Sand rains down. The shaft caves inward. Mark screams from the chamber. Tanya sobs. We sprint back to the sealed door. I press my ear to the stone. Heavy breathing inside. No movement. They're stuck, Malik says. Good. I grab my bag and open it, checking the artifacts. Wrapped statues.
Scroll tubes.
Everything intact. We leave nothing behind, I say. We run through the relic corridor, scooping remaining pieces into our packs. My hands shake as I stuff a gold amulet inside. Footsteps echo in the distance. Boots, not marks. Authorities, Malik says. Time. I sling my bag over my shoulder. Last door. We reach the exit tunnel.
Moonlight pours in.
Cool air hits my face. Behind us, Mark screams again. You won't get away with this. I turn back and shout. You're done. Malik pulls me toward the jeep. We jump in. Engine roars. Sirens wail behind the dunes. I floor it. Sand sprays everywhere. Headlights bounce over ridges. They'll secure the site, Malik says. Mark and Tanya will be found inside.
Alive.
Charged with looting. I nod, gripping the wheel. That's all I wanted. A spotlight sweeps the desert behind us. We cut left, diving into a narrow canyon. Turn off lights, Malik says. I flick the switch. Darkness swallows us. Only moonlight guides the path. We slow near a cluster of rocks. Malik hops out, waves me forward. I park behind a boulder wall. Sirens fade in the distance. I exhale hard. It's over. He opens the back, pulling out the artifact bags. Not over. Just different. I climb out and join him. My legs tremble. I laugh anyway. You really were government, I say. He nods. And now the case is closed. I hold up the amulet, letting moonlight hit the gold. And this? Legal recovery, he says. With your name on it. I look back toward the dark horizon where the tomb hides. No more shouting. Only wind. Goodbye, Mark, I whisper. Malik touches my shoulder. You okay? I meet his eyes. I will be. We load the last bag, seal the jeep, and drive off into the silent desert, leaving the trap behind forever. I slam the jeep into gear. Tires churn sand. Malik rides shotgun, scanning the horizon. Authorities. I ask. Far enough. They'll secure the tomb, he says. I nod. I sharp. We head north. Malik points to a ridge. Hidden route. Avoid patrols. I floor it. Jeep bounces over dunes. Dust clouds rise like smoke. I weave through jagged rocks. Check artifacts, I say, ripping open the first bag. Statues, scrolls, gold, all intact. Malik counts tubes. Secure. No damage. Good, I say, zipping the bag. We can't risk losing anything now. I see movement in the distance. Shadows shift unnaturally. Stop, I hiss. Jeep skids to a halt. Malik leans out. Track someone's following? I grab my pistol. Doesn't matter. They won't catch us. I step out, sand crunching under boots. Heart pounding. I scan. Wind whips my hair. A jeep appears, headlights bouncing over dunes.
Mark.
I fire once into the air. Back off. He grits his teeth. You think this ends with artifacts? I kick rocks into the sand between us. Dust rises. Jeep tires spin, trying to gain grip. Malik. I shout. He jumps into the driver's seat. I take shotgun. I aim pistol at Mark. He hesitates. Too slow. I fire another warning shot. Stay back, or die trying. Mark glares, slamming the brake. Tanya screams. Evelyn. I ignore her. Malik hits the gas. Jeep leaps over sand ridge, wheels screeching. Mark tries to follow. Jeep fishtails in sand. I fire again. Bullet grazes hood. Sparks fly. We veer left, into a narrow canyon. Rocks rise like walls. Dust blinds him. Almost there. Malik shouts. I glance at artifacts. Bags secure. Pulse racing. This is it. No mistakes. Mark tries to corner us. Stop that jeep, he yells. I fire into air.
Tires spin.
He swerves, almost flips over. Sand erupts. I laugh, low, sharp. Not today, Mark. Not ever. Malik drives straight through, dust swallowing the chase. I spot a dried riverbed. Smooth, fast path. I point. There. Faster. We speed down, bumping over rocks. Jeep rattles. Heart pounds. Wind bites. Mark's jeep falters behind.
Tires dig.
He struggles in loose sand. Yes, I shout, gripping my pistol. Keep going. Malik laughs. You're a nightmare. I grin. And I always win. We hit a ridge, desert opening into a hidden plateau. Jeep slows.
I scan. Clear.
Malik kills the engine. Silence. Just wind and sand. I jump out, pistol still drawn. Dust clouds fade. Artifact safe. Malik follows. No tracks. They won't follow here. I breathe hard. Good. Let's secure the stash. We drag bags into rock crevices, cover with sand. Sun dips. Shadows long. Authorities will check tomb, Malik says. Mark trapped. Tanya trapped. Case closed. I slam fist into rock. Finally. Malik smiles faintly. You want revenge, you got it. Now what? I check all bags. Now we disappear. Make sure this treasure is ours. He nods. Safe. Secret. I stare at desert horizon. And Mark and Tanya? Malik shrugs. Let authorities deal with them. I smile cold. Perfect. We hike up plateau. Bags heavy. Wind whipping. Jeep hidden. Tracks erased. I glance back at dunes. Sunset bathes sand in red. Mark's screams still echo faintly in memory. I inhale deep. New path starts now. Malik adjusts backpack. And us. I glance at him, smirk. Partners. Until the end. We disappear into the desert shadows, bags in hand, footsteps silent, hearts ready for the next move. I tighten my grip on the artifact bag. Malik checks the last rope tether. Desert wind cuts my face. Final run, I say. He nods. Authorities have the tomb. Mark and Tanya won't escape. I sprint across the plateau, sand spraying. Jeep hidden behind rocks. Bags heavy, heart hammering. Move faster, I shout. Malik keeps pace. I spot the canyon exit ahead. Narrow, jagged.
Perfect.
Here. I dive behind a boulder as headlights flash in the distance. Mark's Jeep. He's found a patrol.
I peek.
He rages, yelling at Tanya. She tricked us. Shut up. Tanya screams, pounding the dashboard. I twist the map, planning.
Quick.
Efficient. I loop footprints around dunes, making it look like we headed east. Malik glances at me. They'll follow the wrong tracks. Exactly, I hiss. Now, let's vanish. We slip through the canyon. Wind muffles our footsteps. Sand in eyes. Every breath counts. Mark's Jeep bounces over dunes behind patrol lights. They're slowed. Dust everywhere. Time to secure the treasure, I say. We reach hidden rock crevice. I shove bags inside, cover with sand. Malik helps, pressing down firmly.
Perfect, he says.
I check every bag. Statues intact.
Scrolls dry.
Amulets safe. Gold untouched. Done, I say. Let's move before they figure out our location. We hike out of the canyon. Sun low, sky red. Desert stretches endless. Suddenly I hear shouting. Distant, frantic.
Mark.
I stop. Draw a pistol. Let's finish this. Malik moves beside me. Authorities will intercept soon. No, I say. We watch. Make sure. We climb a ridge. Jeep faint in view below. Patrol lights flashing. Mark's Jeep stuck in sand. Tires spinning. Got him, I whisper. Tanya crawls out, dust on her clothes. Evelyn, please. I raise pistol. No more games. Mark yells, trying to free the Jeep. Sand collapses under tires. Jeep tilts. Now, I tell Malik. He radios authorities. Shouts coordinates. Patrol vehicles close in. Sirens wail. Mark pounds the hood. Tanya screams. I step closer. Look at your choices, I say. They scramble as police arrive. Guns drawn. Officers cuff them. Mark struggles. Tanya wails. I lower my pistol. Goodbye, I whisper. Malik pats my shoulder. Final victory. I exhale, shoulders relaxing. Sun sets, golden over dunes. Artifacts secured. Enemies neutralized. Let's move, I say. We can't linger. We sprint to Jeep, load bags. Tires kick up sand as we drive into shadowed ridges. I glance at Malik. We did it. Yes, he says, eyes sharp. All of it. Artifacts, revenge you. I smirk. All of it, I echo. We hit smooth dunes, speed rising. Patrols behind, but no chance to follow. Next stop. Malik asks. Anywhere we decide. I say. Desert is ours. Wind whips across the plateau. Jeep roars. Artifacts secure. Mark and Tanya trapped. Authorities taking control. I check map. Plot new route. Every detail precise. Malik glances at me. You're unstoppable. Not yet, I say, grin sharp. Just getting started. We disappear into the dark horizon. Shadows stretch. Sand swirls. Victory tastes sweet. I clutch the artifact bag tighter. Heart racing. Adrenaline still sharp. Partners? Malik asks. I glance at him.
Nod.
Until the end. Jeep speeds into the night. Desert silent except for engine. Treasure safe. Enemies defeated. Future ours.